Morning, children. Now, today, here I am beginning the new chapter, which is physical and chemical changes. This is the second chapter in your chemistry book. So, let's start with this. This is the module 5. So, in 7th standard, also, we have discussed what is a physical change. Physical change is something where no new substance is formed. The originality of the substance does not change. Suppose if we are cutting a paper, so paper has been cut down into small pieces, but those papers' originality or original identity is not changing. So such changes are considered to be physical change, where the no new substance is formed as well as the originality or identity of the substance does not change. Only color, odor, this kind of only sometimes state of matter changes, but and slight other changes happens, but no new substances are formed. Of now let's start with the definition. A physical change is a change, temporary change, in which no new substance is formed and the chemical composition of the original substance remains the same, even though its physical properties like color, state, shape, size, etc. might change. So, here just ignore G and H, spelling is missing over here during the typing error. So physical change is where it is a considered to be temporary change as well as the chemical composition of the original substance remains the same, like water to ice, then water to vapor, again vapor to water or ice to water. So the water is still water, only the state is changing. Now, let's begin with chemical change. It is just opposite of physical change. That is, here a new substance is formed and it is a permanent change. Physical change is a temporary change. Chemical change is a permanent change. So, a chemical change is a permanent change in which new substances are formed whose chemical composition and physical and chemical properties are different from those of the original substance. Like, suppose if I give you one example, that curdling of milk. So, before curdling of milk, the milk was something different, and after curdling, the milk has become curd. So, curd cannot be brought back to the milk. So, here the new substance is formed, which is curd, and it cannot be brought back again into the milk. So, this is considered to be a chemical change because it is a permanent change. Now, here with these examples, we will understand more, like classify the following as a physical or a chemical change. So, children, I would like to tell you that while I am reading the examples, you start giving me the answer. Rather, I have given you the answers, but I think you should try by your own. So, one thing is, the very first example is drying of wet clothes. Clothes are drying, wet clothes are drying. So, what it will be? Definitely a physical change because clothes are still clothes. Next is manufacture of salt from seawater. So, manufacturing of salt from seawater. What it would be? Physical change. Definitely. Butter getting rancid. Definitely it is a chemical change because it is a permanent change. Boiling of water. Physical change. Burning of paper. Chemical change. Melting of wax, physical change. Burning of coal, chemical change. Because once the coal has been burnt, it cannot be brought back again into the coal. So this is chemical change. Burning of paper. Once the paper has been burnt, it cannot be brought back into the paper. So of course it is a permanent change, chemical change. Formation of cloud, physical change. Making of sugar solution, physical change. Glowing of an electric bulb, physical change. Curdling of milk, chemical change. Now let's discuss few reasoning questions based on physical change and chemical change. So very first question is, freezing of water to ice and evaporation of water are physical changes. Why? Because Water can be brought back to its original form by we can heat the ice to bring it back to water, and we can cool down the vapor to bring it back to water. So this is all about freezing of water to ice and evaporation of water are physical changes because they can be brought back into their original state again. Now, burning of a candle is both a physical and chemical change. Very important question, children, because this question usually comes in your exam, that why burning of a candle is a physical and chemical change. First, I would like to tell you that first you think about this. How it is considered to be a physical and chemical change? Once the wax is melting and again the wax is solidifying itself. So definitely that seems to be a physical change. But burning is a process which is a complete chemical change because CO2 gas is evolved, H2O vapors is evolved. So burning process is a chemical change and melting of wax is a physical change. That's why burning of a candle is both a physical and chemical change. Let's start with the answer. When a candle is lighted, some of the solid wax first melts and turns into liquid. So already I have told you that wax is first melting and turns into liquid, and again it is solidifying as well. So that considered to be a physical change. Then it turns into vapor to produce a flame. New substance CO2 and H2O vapors are formed along with the evolution of light and heat energy. This shows a chemical change. When some of the molten wax drops to the floor, it again solidifies, which shows a physical change. So this was it, children, where we have found the introduction of physical change, chemical change, then the classification of few changes which are physical change as well as chemical change, and few reasoning question that freezing of water to ice, why it is physical, and burning of a candle is both a physical and chemical change, why. Now here I am giving you few exercise questions which you need to do in your notebook. Just go through it and do it. That classify the changes involved in the following processes as physical or chemical changes. So these are the process. You need to just write down the answer in front of it, whether it is physical or chemical. Now state whether the following statements are true or false. So here also either you pick true or false. And next is fill in the blanks where you need to write the correct one word answer. Okay. So just do it in your notebook, children. Just write down the heading of chapter 2, physical and chemical change. And then you just do the exercise, go through these questions, write down the answers. Stay safe, stay well. Thank you. Have a nice day.